Good morning, guys. Welcome to Monday, April the 22nd, 2024. Now, we have kicked it into high gear with our summer schedule since there's going to be more people at home. The kids will be at home more. You're going to need more activities at home for them to do and things for them to look forward to and things for them to participate in. So, at any time, feel free to go over to the YouTube channel and listen to Marathon It. Listen to a variety of these videos and go over to Facebook and participate in the lessons. Now, you can participate for free in these lessons. I don't charge a dime for these lessons. You can participate in the group by commenting in the comment section, or feel free to format these lessons and print them out and make a folder so that you and your children can participate in growing your relationship with the Lord our God. Now, for the month of April, I am reading out of the children's NIV Story Bible book. Again, that is the children's NIV. So the children can participate. This is broken down to where the children can understand it. And I am reading, and I've got quite a bit of book here left here. So I may be doing this for the month of May as well, because I myself am enjoying this. Now, if you look at the background of this video, we are now discussing the coat of many colors that Jacob gave to Joseph. So here's today's story. Joseph's beautiful coat. Joseph was 17 years old. He took care of his father's sheep and goats with his brothers. But Jacob loved Joseph. And they say that in such a way that makes you think that Jacob didn't love his other children. I'm sure he loved his other children more than any of the other sons. Okay, I should have read the rest of that then before commenting, but he loved them. I've never been a parent to have a favorite child. So he made Joseph a beautiful coat, a beautiful, colorful robe. When Joseph's brothers saw that his father loved Joseph more than them, they could not speak a kind word to him, and they even hated him. Okay, so that concludes the story, because again, reading from the children's version, and what I love about it is quite simple and right to the point. But here's the thing, and I've seen parents to do this. I myself never ever, being that I've got 4 children, 2 older girls, 2 younger boys. I was blessed in such a way that the girls were older and the boys were younger. I don't have one of each. I don't have I don't have a younger girl and a younger boy. I have the girls were first, the boys were second. And I love my children. And I guess if you hear them tell it, they would probably tell, oh, Mama loved this one, Mama loved that one. And then you go to the ones that they tell you I love more, and oh, Mama loved this one, Mama loved that one. Let me tell you something. I can honestly say I hold no more love in my heart for one child than I do the other one. I absolutely, completely, totally, and unequivocally love all my children the same. Now, I may not treat them the same. There, there is a difference between treating your kids and loving your kids. Because keep in mind, again, they are of different ages. So growing up, I did not treat my children the same because I couldn't. Whereas you might let The older ones, or one or two, go off to the park by themselves. There's no way in the world you would see the younger two go off. There's a 10-year age gap. I've got one that's 33, and I've got the one girl is 33, the other girl is 27, and now my sons are 20 and 21. So when they were kids, obviously, I would never look at, the 8, 9, 10-year old and go, sure, you can go off to the park by yourself. Um, because they did not have cell phones in the very beginning of the girls becoming independent and going off to the park by themselves. So if something happened, they did not have a way to get home. Now, here's the thing, or to call home, rather. Here's the thing. When cell phones did become a thing, and my oldest, because they got them first, when my oldest got their cell phones, because I thought that was the greatest thing in the world, get the girls who were at that time, I want to say 15, 16, and I got them a cell phone. Okay, now start taking your brothers to the park. You know, so I remember, I remember my daughters actually, literally taking the boys to the park while they were in strollers. So again, there's a 10, 12-year age gap there. And so you've got a 12, 13-year old taking a 2 and a 3-year old to the park in a stroller. Now, keep in mind that the park was a block from the house. So it's not like I put them on 2 buses and a train and shipped them off. But before somebody, has a connection about that, let me just clarify. They went with a cell phone. They walked a block from the house. And the girls had a cell phone, and they were 13 and 14, or 12 and 13. And I really don't care if you don't like it. I mean, I'm not here to justify my story. My story is what it is. And today, my children are perfectly fine, perfectly healthy, perfectly law abiding citizens of God's word and of man's. So, Mama did something right. And again, going back to the story, I never loved one. I mean, you can't just, which one is your favorite? If the house is burning down, who would you save? I mean, God forbid, I never ever want to be in that situation, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to run to my favorite child's room. That's insane. I mean, first off, I can totally relate to Joseph's brothers, because yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, how can you openly show favoritism and love and over one child? That's so wrong. Knowing that all of your children need all of you. Now, I did treat my children different because of the age groups. Also treated my children different because of the maturity levels. I have one child that, and also I treated them differently based on their physical and mental capability. I have one child who is on the spectrum. I have one child who had or has seizure disorder, epilepsy. So now, over the years, they have gotten um, cured. I want to say the word cured because I don't want to take any glory from God. Both of these children, one male, one female, are thriving. They are thriving members of society. The limitations and disabilities they were born with don't hinder them, don't stop them. So, whatever evil Satan meant for evil, the Lord has made for great plans. And these children are very high functioning and very well adapted to society. They both have jobs, they both are doing what they need to be doing in life. And they both have their roles and placements in society. One, the daughter actually has her own family and is doing her own thing and is doing very well in life. My son, of the younger ones, he is still at home. He doesn't currently have an out of the house job. He has, but due to different circumstances, which have nothing to do with his being on the spectrum, he is currently working at home. So, I've never felt the need to give a soft place for disability or sickness to fall. So I never treated my children any different, those that had issues as opposed to those who didn't. Those who have issues were still expected to perform and thrive to the best of their ability, just like the rest of them. And I never felt a need to point one out with a coat of many colors or, a halo or, you know, I never understood that because I could understand the jealousy that would go on between them. Because, again, all your children, all your children need all your love, respect, honor, and glory. They need you to glorify them. They need you to, and I don't mean and glorify them in the sense of like you would God. They don't need you to worship them. What they need you to do is they need you to lift them up and be proud of them and kind of boast over them, but not brag. They need you to uplift them. And they need you to be their foundation and their stability. And they need you as their parent to be that foundation that pushes them up, to rise up, to be men and women of God. They need you to be that foundation for all of them, not just for the one. So if they're taking care of the goats and the sheep, or if you, nowadays in modern day, if you've got children who are doing chores around the house, then you don't boast and brag and reward one who's doing the same thing over the others who are doing the exact same thing. So that's just where I stand on that. Apparently, Joseph felt differently and decided to, make a big deal over Joseph. But stick around for tomorrow's lesson because I have a feeling that's not going to go so well. Joseph's dream. Now, that's what now, I know a little bit about this story because we studied it before in this in this Bible study group. So keep stick around because you're going to find out what happens to the glorified child when they have jealous brothers and sisters because the parents have put them in that position. So, and keep in mind, it's not the child's fault who is fawned over as the favorite, and it's not the child's fault who is neglected because they are not the favorite. It is the parent's diligent job. It is the parent's diligent duty to raise up their children in a loving, honorable way. And the Bible even tells us, don't provoke your children. Don't, would you not think that loving and picking and choosing and fawning and favoring over one as opposed to the other would not be a form of provoking the lesser child? So that's crazy. But okay, so moving right along, today's wisdom verse is Philippians 4 and 8. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and just. think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. All right, that's very good. That's kind of goes with what we were saying today. Now, because we are moving into the summer schedule and we have a little more time in the morning to do a little more things, and we also have more people and more kids, like I said in the beginning, that will, be away from school and have more time to be online and have more time to do things. We're going to be incorporating a few more lessons into the morning. We're going to be interjecting a few more lessons into the morning slot, into the morning time than we had previously been doing because, again, when you're on that winter schedule, everybody's gone off to school and nobody's home to be on the internet to get these lessons. But now that you're home during the summer and you need to entertain the kids with something, why not entertain them with these videos and these lessons and a relationship with the Lord thy God? So, again, we will be interjecting more scriptural based lessons in the morning. We will continue to do the scripture based lessons in the evening and afternoon. And we're just going to be overall having more activity in this group. And again, some of you like to print these lessons and share them at home, and that's fine. And the ones of you who don't could feel free to answer these questions or participate in these activities in the group. Now, again, all of these activities that I do, the lessons, the questions, the fill in the blanks, the daily, all of this stuff, even over on YouTube, it is all free. Now, however, if you choose to support this ministry, that is greatly appreciated. It's not necessary, but it is greatly, greatly appreciated. And know that anything that you send in the way of money through Cash App, the Cash App is in the group on Facebook, so feel free. Please know anything you send to this ministry, Only Believe in One, our ministry does tithe and offer from that tithe that you give or from that funding that you give. And we do tithe off of that into um, our church, which would be Jonathan Shuttlesworth, or or because we as a family, we tied into many. We tied into Jonathan Shuttlesworth, Jesse Duplantis, Rodney Howard Brown. So if you tied into us, then we will take your money and take it further and tie it into one or some or all of those ministries, because we like to keep money that is meant for the kingdom continuing into the kingdom. So know that when you give financially to this ministry, that we do keep your money going financially into other ministries who do world travel, world evangelism, who do feed the children, who do storm and weather relief. They do all kinds of things, and not just in our country. They do work in our country because we believe in homestead first, but they also go abroad and to many countries where they evangelize, feed, shelter, clothe those that are in need. So we do thank you for your giving, your partnership, and your love and your financial giving. All right, with that being said, I want you this evening to be looking for um, some lessons based off this morning's um, Genesis 37, the coat of many colors. Be looking for lessons based off that. As well as this morning, we're going to do lessons that have somewhat to do with this morning's lesson, but not a whole lot. We're going to be talking about the book of Genesis but we're going to flash back to things we've talked about before. So if you're new, look in the picture section and look at the workbook pages that I have posted in the past to help you find your answers with that. All right, guys, I love you with the love of God. I'm going to get this lesson, uh, get this video. I'm going to get this video edited and out to you. Now, remember, you're going to be seeing your morning lesson a little later in the morning than you are used to, because now with the summer schedule, instead of me getting up at 4 in the morning, I'm now getting up at 4:30, and I'm enjoying my God time, and I'm enjoying doing a few other things, and then coming over here and doing this for you guys is an enjoyment too. But it is later in the day because I get up later in the day. So instead of seeing me at 6:37, you might start seeing me at 7:30, 8 o'clock. Because again, by the time I hush up and get this out to you guys, it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to edit. And this is done daily. I don't pre-record these. I do these in the morning. I edit and publish in the morning. So again, I love you guys with the love of God, and I will see you on Tuesday morning. Be looking for the summertime schedule changes and the lesson changes, and I will see you in the next one.